Welcome back, everybody, to the Delaware Dynasty here on College Football 26. It has been a tough stretch of games the last couple episodes. We have gone on to lose 4 in a row since our Week 4 win against the FIU Panthers. That was our last win of the season. It is now late in the year. We have 4 games left, going to get about halfway to the end of our season today as we will face Louisiana Tech at home and then go on the road to Texas to take on Sam Houston. These two teams are both below 500. It should be an easier matchup because our last 4 weeks we have faced, or really our last 6 weeks, we have faced teams 500 or better at this stage in the season. But the last 3 games, we have been the team to score first and score early. And in all 3 games, we failed to score essentially in the last 3 quarters of all of those games. If we're going to win a game the rest of the year or the rest of our dynasty, we've got to figure out how to score the football outside of the first quarter. We still have the worst offense in the conference, and I think I am one tough game away from putting in Blake Brown over Zach Marker, because we've only thrown 9 total touchdowns. We've thrown 6 INTs this year. And although Brown has not played a lot, he has been about the same, if not a bit better than Zach Marker has. And Marker has had some good moments, but not nearly good enough. We have also failed to run the ball in most games this season. And Jonathan Silver is our highest rated offensive player, and he has less than 300 total yards on the ground so far this year. Only 3 runs over 20 yards. Through the air, we don't really have a standout player. In fact, our number 1 receiver on our depth chart, Jake Thaw, is still only 4th in receiving yards on this team. And that has to change unless we want to switch somebody else to the 1 spot, like perhaps Max Patterson, who's been our best receiver this season. In fact, I think I will make that change soon. Defensively, we had a really good first 6 weeks. The last 2 weeks have not been great, and it's partly because they're on the field so much because the offense can't move the ball outside of Q1. So I think with a combination of better offense later in games and perhaps a couple of depth chart changes, we could be seeing better games against worse opponents to close the season. So I am going to make Max Patterson our new number 1. We'll bump Jake Thaw down to number 2, but Patterson has made big plays almost every single week, so he's going to get the nod to be the true number 1 on this team for the rest of the season. And if there is any week to take advantage of a bad opponent, this is the one. The Bulldogs actually rank below us in terms of their offensive rating. Overall wise, they are the same, but for offense, at least theirs is lower. We should be looking at a pretty solid defensive game for both teams, if I'm going to be honest with you. But they're quarterbacked by Evan Bullock, a sophomore. They have a solid running back here in O'Meary Wiggins, who's an east to west playmaker. Really solid depth here at running back as well. Receiving wise, I'm hoping that these guys won't give us too much of a problem. I doubt that Marley and Jackson will because of his incredibly low speed, but 91 there and a couple of platinum abilities for Jay Wilkerson. So we'll see if that comes into play. Good tight ends here in Eli Finley. We have had trouble against better tight ends this season. Their offensive line is actually not quite as bad. It's kind of the rest of their offense that leaves a lot to be desired. Defensively, there's no impact players on this defensive front, but it is the linebacker Colby Fields that is going to make you sweat a little bit in that second level. And then a couple of solid corners here with some decent safeties. And here we go in the Delaware rain, an overcast sky here at noon on a Saturday. Looking for our first win since week 4. I'm desperate. So let's go win this thing. And the week is officially underway as Reed kicks this one off. Return from the 4-yard line out to the LA Tech 23. Bullock as their quarterback will start with the handoff. Up to the 24, short gain there, tackle made by Keyshawn Hunter. Back to pass. Bullock has all day to throw, lofting it downfield in coverage. It is batted away by KTC. And space on the return at the sideline, and Thaw brings it into Bulldog territory. We're going to give Zach Marker one last chance to prove that he's the guy to close out the year for us at quarterback. We've seen him miss a couple of key throws late in games the last 3 or so weeks. That's been a part of this losing streak. We're going to start off by throwing the football here at the Louisiana Tech 44-yard line. Rocking the Static Shack uniforms are the Blue Hens. Marker underneath. And out of bounds is Burdell. But don't forget about our running back, Joe Nathan Silver. Full head of steam. Picks up 9 and a first down. Mid-screen for Thaw, who throws it up for grabs behind the line of scrimmage. Now it's 3rd down and 7 from the 28s. Trying to avoid a quick drive here. Looking for a first down. Marker lofting it, and nobody is near that one. Field goal team comes out, and Reed's kick is up and in. And like the last 3 games, Delaware strikes first. Bulldogs offense from their 20-yard line. Pressure coming, and it gets home. Montez Coing unblocked. The loss of 8. Bullock to throw on 2nd down, and pressure gets home again. It's Cohen with back-to-back sacks, and it's 3rd and 23. More space on the return now across the, or up to the 30 rather, goes Thaw. If we don't score a touchdown here, I'm going to have a lot to answer for. Here's Silver on first down, runs right into a defender. It was a poor block. And from the 21, Silver takes the edge, but is met shy of the sticks. And the offense will indeed stay out there. Inches to go, and Silver finds a crease inside the 10. A 14-yard rush. 2nd down from the 8. Good protection inside the 5. That is LeBoy. 3rd and goal, 4 yards out. Last chance to find the end zone. Marker lofts it, and it's incomplete. 4th and goal. We're going to settle for a field goal here. And just get more points on the board. We'll get them next time. The kick is through. 6-0 Delaware. Could be more. Wiggins motions out. Pump fake from Bullock. He's got time. Throws it. Broken up at the end of the play. Once again, we force a punt. Offense back out there, and now starting a yard shy of midfield. And pressure gets home to Zach Marker. It's Colby Fields, their top player on the roster. 2nd down and long. They bring a blitz. Marker's going to step up and take off. He's got room to run and has the first down and more. Up to the Bulldogs 35. I'm not sure Blake Brown can do that. Start of the 2nd. Here's where our trouble typically begins. 2nd down and long. Marker's got time to throw. Has a man open. It's Patterson for a first down. On 2nd down, we'll sweep it left, and a hole opens up. Silver inside the 5, out of bounds at the 2, a 21-yard run. This has got to be our best start on the ground since week 1. Looking for the end zone on 1st and goal, over the middle, caught! Touchdown, Blue Hens! It's Patterson! And right now, both sides of the ball have worked in tandem to near perfection. We have scored on 3 drives, all 3 drives, and we have yet to allow a first down. One of our best starts in the game so far, but can we keep it up? That's the big question here. A lot of football left. They'll keep it in the air now. It's a screen out to Wiggins, and he will lose a yard. Defense all over the place so far. 3rd down. Back to throw it. Another screen out to Wiggins. He gets a good initial block, but nothing else in front. And they still cannot get past the first marker. The first marker of sticks. Looking for a big play to open this drive. We go play action. Marker's got all day. Steps up and slides after a 9-yard run. Let's get Jonathan Silver involved. He takes it leftwards and gets enough for a first down. On the Bulldogs 35, it is a screen to Silver. He cuts it back the other way and picks up 9 more. 1 yard to go. Silver, the ball carrier, converts again. 8 carries, 52 yards. Gotta keep up this offense. On the red zone fringes, over the middle, Burdell breaks 1 tackle. We have 8 first downs to their 0. Can we keep this up until halftime? That would be quite the sight. Gotta complete this drive, though. Still too close for comforts. This one into traffic. Dangerous throw, but out of reach. Under 5 to play until halftime. We'll do a run pass option. Patterson scores his 2nd touchdown. That was nearly a pick 6. But the ball got to Patterson. He did the rest, zipping upfield, and nobody caught him. And now a little bit of a worm there in the end zone. I love it. Delaware is having their best start to a game all season long. And it's because, or partly because, we put Patterson at the 1, I think. Bullock with time. No pressure whatsoever. And spinning away from a couple of tackles. The ball's in the air. It's recovered on a diving catch by Cox. He got to it. Was he down by contact? I couldn't tell, but that ball just flew in the air, and Cox put his body on the line to go and get it. Kingsley Royal gets credit for jarring the ball loose, but was Wilkerson down? I guess not. The referees say play on. There's no review of the play. Marker dumps it short. 1 yard for Silver. 3rd down now off the turnover. Marker has plenty of time, throws it short, and Burdell is wide open. We're going to use our first time at it with 32 on the clock. And still time to get in field goal range. From the 43. Over the middle in traffic, and it's complete. 1 yard away from a first down, and wide open, it's Patterson. We're going to move this ball quickly here and try and go for the end zone. 15 on the clock, ball is snapped. It's a play fake. Marker dumps it short to Silver. And we're just going to take the field goal here. Good hash placement for Reed. Should be an easy one, and it is. Delaware leads 23-0. As we head to the second half, starting with the football, it's been all Delaware in this one, trying to add to it before anything starts to go wrong. 2nd down and 5. Marker under pressure and sandwiched in the backfield. 3rd and long. Marker hit again, and he's going down. 5 sacks now for Louisiana Tech. And the Blue Hens start the 3rd quarter going 3 and outs. And now it's the Bulldogs who have some great starting field position here at the 50. On their opening drive of the half, they'll hand it off to O'Miri Wiggins, who is able to get the 1st down. Bullock's pass, caught, 1st down. A very quick strike. Good protection and a wide open inside the 15 for a 1st down. 12 yards from pay dirt to Wiggins. Dragged forward. Got them halfway there. Trips left of your screen. They'll screen the other way, and they're going to get in the end zone. How did he just power through that? This is the exact opposite start that you want if you're Delaware, going 3 and out, then allowing a touchdown drive as the Bulldogs finally get on the scoreboard. And they're going to try going for 2 here. 3 yards out, Bullock to throw, and it's caught wide open. 15-point ball game. Start of the 4th quarter, a big 3rd down right here for this Bulldogs offense. Bullock has time to throw, and it's complete for a big gain. That's Jackson at the 50. Clock counting down. They will get the snap away. Bullock walks right into a defender. Our 3rd sack of the night. Now backed up to our side of the 50. 3rd down. Bullock all day to throw. Launching it. It is batting down. Guess who? It's KTC. 4 deflections here in one game. He has been great in downfield coverage. And look who's in at quarterback for Delaware once again here in a late game situation. It's Blake Brown. Zach Marker, too injured to continue as it's nearly intercepted on Brown's 1st throw. Jakari Foster nearly had one. We'll keep it in the air. Brown, no, he hung on too long. A loss of 8. Zion Nassan. And on 3rd and forever. Pressure's picked up. Brown steps up and nearly threw another pick. Jesus Christ. 8 to go. Bulldogs offense needs some life. They're going to get some here from Jackson, who picks up 7 through the air. In our territory now, Bullock has pressure picked up, but the pass is knocked away by Royal. Still not in field goal range. The screen pass will not get a 1st down, but the offense will stay on the field. 1 yard to go for Louisiana Tech. They'll throw it against pressure. It's incomplete. Great job to get a couple of players in his face and force a quick throw, and better coverage too. Silver, 6 yards away from 100, bounces the other way, and he will get across the century mark. 16 runs for 104. I still want to score before this game is all over, though. I want to have some points here in this 2nd half. 1st down again for Silver. 3rd down, and Brown takes a sack. Come on, dude. 3 for Nason. We're going to settle for a field goal. We will get points on the board in this 2nd half after all, unless Reed misses this one, but he doesn't. It's perfect. One last field goal try to cap this game off. And this one's way off. But the game is over. Delaware is going to walk out of here and break their 4-game losing streak with a 26-8 victory. A phenomenal first half. Second half, not quite as good, but 2 touchdown grabs for Max Patterson here in his first game as the #1 wide receiver. And the offense did look better because of it. But our defense put together a great game, which led us to this win. Moving on to our next game, we take on the 2-7 Sam Houston Bearcats. Their only 2 wins coming here in conference play, with pretty much the exact same ratings as our own team. Hunter Watson, their quarterback, he's got some speed. He's a pure runner. Gonna have to be ready for some option and ready for some scrambles. We'll definitely have some contain and some QB spies out there this week. Very deep at running back with 3 guys 80+ overall, with Shane Porter as their star tailback. So their offense actually has quite a few playmakers, especially with their quarterbacks and running backs. Offensive line-wise, it's actually fairly strong, especially in the interior. Hoping for our edge guys to take advantage in that case. Defensive front, not very strong. Linebackers, very hit or miss. With the secondary that, while athletic, does not have any star talent. But this game comes on the road this time here in Conference USA in sunny Texas. A 6 p.m. primetime game. Watch the sun go down as the game progresses, but here we go. A chance to put together our first win streak of the entire season and move to 4-6 before our last 2 weeks of the season. Starting from the 15-yard line, Bearcats will start with the rock. They'll hand it off to Porter, breaking a tackle, but still gaining nothing. And they have up-tempo offense, it appears. That's not good for me. Trying to avoid a 3-and-outs. Launching it downfield. This pass is broken up. Good coverage down there. Zach Marker might have to sit this game. Look at his wear and tear. It's already halfway down. This season's really catching up to him. We'll give him a drive or 2, but if he even gets touched back there, we're going to have to bring in Blake Brown for the rest of the game. In fact, I want to do it sooner than later. But we're going to throw it here. And Marker gets hit. He lost it. No, are you serious? Disaster strikes on the opening drive for the Blue Hens. And that's what wear and tear can do to you. Sam Houston gets it back now on our 35. Starting with the screen. And a first down. Watson, quick hitter. Same targets. Gain a 9 that time. Back to throw again. Watson, how was that caught? That was behind Jenkins. Could have been picked off. He just wasn't looking at the ball that time. And now 8 yards from Paydirt. Watson will hand it off. Porter sweeps right side. Good tackle by Ali. But Keyshawn Hunter comes up with an injury. Got to get to the 2-yard line. Porter's going backwards, though. 4th down, field goal team comes out. That was Keontae Jenkins with that tackle for loss. Pretty good angle here for the kicker, and he strikes this one through the uprights. Our first time being down in the first quarter since that first game of our losing streak. And Keyshawn Hunter is going to miss the rest of the season with a torn pectoral. That's going to end our senior defensive tackle's final year on the collegiate level. Wow. I can't believe that. Now we're about to get called for a penalty as Blake Brown comes in and the offense immediately has a flag called. I was too caught up on the injury. Second down, 4-man rush, and pressure's given up. Another fumble. It's recovered by the Bearcats again. The offensive line looks overmatched against a subpar defensive front. And now both quarterbacks have coughed it up. We got a mismatch. Number one's going to be wide open here. They float it for the end zone instead, and it's incomplete. Nearly caught. Awkward into that one, but Quavez Humphreys couldn't keep his hands on it. Now another chip shot field goal for the Bearcats. Left hash and good. 6-0. Now the offense will start inside the 40-yard line. They bring a blitz. It's answered with a completion to Burdell, but only 1 yard. Empty look for Brown here. Quick one, and LeBoy has the first. Play action fake. Brown fires a strike wide open. It's number 1 wide receiver Max Patterson. Delaware setting up shop here at the 6. A hole opens up and Silver is met at the goal line and kept out. Looking to take the lead. 1 yard to go. Untouched. Joe Nathan Silver ties it up 6 points apiece. And the PAT will put us in the lead for the first time here in Houston. Start of the second as the nighttime sky has arrived here. This pass is thrown away. Third down, needing 10. Watson, a couple of adjustments here. He'll throw it. He's got time and a man wide open. What happened there? Cox got lost. That was terrible. He'll keep it in the air. Watson has a man open. These crossing routes are killing us. Empty look now. Quick strike to Porter. First down. They'll fake the handoff now, and it's caught in traffic. What a grab by the tight end that time. And now it's 3rd and 7. Not many answers for this up-tempo offense. Watson continues to have all day to throw. Lofts up a 50-50 ball, and Cox is the one who comes down with it. And Delaware gets off the field, allowing nothing on this drive. Watson just threw it up for grabs, and Cox was there to bring it down. He was boxing out the intended receiver in the back of the end zone by the pylon. Get a second look here at this one. Just a bad idea from Watson, but man, this defensive front needs to get pressure next time. We cannot keep having 7-second pockets here. Offense takes over at the 20-yard line. Brown, dude, you gotta get rid of the ball. They've already got like 5 sacks. Make it 4, but still. 3rd and forever. Brown sprinting. Somehow got it away, but very, very late. 3rd and 4. Wide open. Pointing out blockers. First down. Their offense continues to go at a fast pace, keeping this Blue Hens defense on their heels and tiring out these starters. 1st and 10 now. Over 6.5 to play here in the half. Pressure picked up well. Watson finally scrambles for the first time all game. They'll throw it again. Caught on the slant. Bearcats on the move. 2 yards away, 3rd down. It's a QB sprint right up the middle. Watson untouched. Sam Houston in front. From our 25, here comes the offense. Brown, dude, no way. 5 sacks for Sam Houston, loss of 12. Just throw the football. This guy can't do anything back there. He's got to be wide open for him to make a throw. And now he threw to the wrong guy. We had Silver wide open there on the slants. We have to bring Zach Marker back in, who is dangerously close to being knocked out for the rest of our season. Our goal is 4 wins. We still have a chance to win this game, but not with this kind of quarterback play. I'm benching your ass, Brown. Gonna bring out the pistol here to close the first half. Marker to Bradell. It's caught. Gonna try and go fast here. And keep these last 2 timeouts to ourselves. Marker. All day to throw. Don't get hit. He does. Why? And now a screen the other way. Silver. Outside. 25 seconds left and counting. The offense will go up tempo here. Marker down to his last 2 bars of health. Probably for the season. And rolls right into a sack. We're going to call timeouts. He is on the verge of breaking every bone in his body. I'm sorry to do this to you, man, but we need you out there. He's going to stay in. I need the injured Marker over Brown, but his season might be coming to an end. They've got 8 first-half sacks. Their defensive line's not even good. What is the offensive line doing out there? They're just watching our quarterbacks take hit after hit. Are we going to have to go to Blake Brown again? If so, the game's over. Halftime, it's 16-7. Could be worse. Bearcats from their 24. Outside. This tight end is not easy to cover. He is frequently open. Brings up 2nd down. Porter has a crease, but that was Dominic Broad who got knocked over, got back up, and kept him from getting a first down. 3rd down now for the Bearcats, continuing their up-tempo offense. Quick throw. It's the tight end. They'll fake the handoff. It's a read option. Watson breaks a tackle. And still is kept from getting the first down, but now Shane Porter grabbing at his right shoulder. He will exit with the injury. 2nd down and right up the middle. They will get all of it back and more. First down. This fast-paced offense is really hard to contain once they get a couple of nice plays put together. Another read option. Nothing. They'll fake the handoff. Out wide. Broken tackle. First down. Come on, man. You got to make those tackles. That was Keontae Jenkins out there. Goal to go. Porter back in. They'll fake it his way, and the pass is caught for a touchdown. The Bearcats are now blowing us out. They're 2-7. It's probably too late to start to run the ball here. Down by 16. Gotta find something. Pass caught by the boy. Brown's back out there at quarterback. Is it going to work? No. Are we going to try it? Of course. 5-man, no, 6-man rush. 3 sacks for Devin Broyles. These guys are like 74 overall or less, and our offensive line can't keep it together. 3rd and long. For the story of every drive with Brown at quarterback, and some with Zach Marker. Brown, pressured, dumps it to Silver, not even close. This is just pitiful. I don't need to see any more of Blake Brown at quarterback. The game comes to an end. Sam Houston in full control, 32-13, and they hand us our 7th loss of the season. Both teams now 3-7, but that was their 3rd win in the conference. They're now at 500 in conference play. We are not. I'm not going to even look at those stats. We're just going to skip past it, move on to week 13. 2 games left. Recruiting updates. No new recruits added to our class the last 2 weeks. And with 2 games left, where does that leave us with our class? We got 10 hours. We've got 21 scholarships overall. How many players do we have in the class right now? We've got Garrison Colclough, Carlos Lyles, Willie Raymond makes it 3. And is that it? Only 3 players out of 21 scholarships offered. So, long way to go. In terms of top classes, probably at the very bottom if I had to guess. In Conference USA, yeah, we're towards the bottom. Middle Tennessee already has 11 players. Jacksonville State's got 11. But we have the least amounts of any team in the conference. And as we move into our last 2 games of the season, can Zach Marker even be put out there? I don't think so. He's got... His season health is completely depleted. Look at that. Completely depleted. That means we have to watch Blake Brown football the rest of the year unless we bring in somebody else like the freshman E.J. Archield, who's a dual threat. I honestly might play him because Brown has just been a complete wash at quarterback. I think I will make that change. We're going to give the true freshman a real chance here to make an impression these last 2 weeks. At quarterback, that means that Zach Marker has played his last down as a senior here. You might make an appearance for 1 play on senior nights, but for now, Archield Jr. is going to be the starter the last 2 games of our season. But this offense is the worst by about 50 yards in terms of yards per game in the FBS. That's got to be like historically awful. Points per game, we're dead last by more than 1 point per game, only behind every other school in the league, but a point behind the Chanticleers. I hope I'm saying that right. I know that their head coach got mad about how the pronunciation was by most people in the media. The passing game is only better than schools that typically run the football, like your military academies. How about our defense, though? We've got like 32 sacks. That's one of the highest numbers in the FBS somehow. How does that even work out? I don't really know. But what about defensive points allowed per game? We're actually like in the top 30, I think, or so. That's pretty impressive. We're up there with Tulane and Michigan and Oregon. That's a good group to be a part of. Not quite on their level overall, but at least our defense has been a bright spot. But we're going to see the true freshman E.J. Archield's debut to close our season next time around, guys. That's going to be it. Delaware's 3-7. We play Wake Forest next. They're 2-8, but still a way better roster than we have. About 12 overalls better if you look at the numbers. See if our new quarterback can lead us to at least a competitive game. But that's going to do it here, guys. Thanks for watching as always. Please like the video, subscribe, and comment down below. I will see you all next time. Take care.